Ma. She's a sweet little thing. Alright, so her last grooming, she got a tiger cut, which meant no mane, right? Everything was taken down all the way to the tippy toes, right? Today, they've requested the lion cut, so we're going to try that. We're going to start with our clipper, the new clipper from Fuzzy Fix. This one's a little on the fancy side, it's got a little light. See how this works for the lion cut. And then the owner wants a collar mane, so not a full mane, right? Alright, let's do this. Happy hoodie. Waka waka. Where's the sound? Let's go get the sound. Alright, going in hot. Let's see. You got any nails? She's like, yeah. Alright, let's get those. Good girl. Good girl. You could be a lion princess today. Last time you were a tiger princess. Say hi to your mommy. She's watching. She's right in there. She's like, she is? Yeah. She's watching you. Okay, Ma. Whose bright idea was this? I'm not going to say. I'll let your mom tell you. This was a special request from someone in your family. I'm not going to say who, right? She's like, why not? So you don't do anything to retaliate. I would never do that. Clipper was dropped on his head. Dang, you sound angry. You sound angry. I think that's you. Is that your mommy? Right. Okay. No problem. Wow. 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 Alright. I usually switch over to the safety clipper. This one is loud as frick. Are you happier? He's like, yeah. So how's everyone doing in YouTube land? This is Lima. Lima. You want your bed, Lima? She's like, yeah. Alright, we'll get on her bed. That'll help with her tricky bits. Alright. Alright. No, no, no. What you doing? Good girl. Alright, love. She's trying to close in like a flower. So we gotta try and get her to stretch back out again. A lot of trained cat groomers will do a technique called lap grooming, which helps to open up a cat like Lima, right? I'm gonna use the bed technique for now. If I have to, I'll go to the lap grooming. You're doing it. Where's your tail? There. Okay. All right. Try and just stretch her out just a little bit. Okay. Clicker must have gotten dropped on its head. Alright. You did it. You did it. Alright, good girl. Alright, you ready for your bath? She's like, no, not really. It's not that bad. I have the speaker on, so I'm not sure why I'm not hearing you. Give me 1 second. Alright, so unless you're subscribed to the channel, I'm not going to be able to hear you. So that's how that works, in case you didn't know. You ready? She said, for what? For your bath. Alright, we have someone at the door. Okay. Give me 1 second to check that client in, and then I'll be right back. Right? Here you go. I think I better put that happy hoodie back on. There you go. Wow. Alright, we'll put her in there. Good girl. Good girl. Alright, I'll be right there. I'll be right with you. Alright, let me go check in a client, and I'll be right back. take you with us to the bath, little one. Right this way. All right. Right this way. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Where's the stand? Here it is. There we go. Wow. Wow. Daryl, you sick? Here, let's show your brother. There, better. Better. There. She's a little oily and separated her fur, so we're going to use a little bit of what we call groomer scoop, so she can have some nice fluffy boots. Good girl. And a fluffy tail. Good girl. And take that off. Do we have any pink paw left? We have just enough for you, my little one. It's always a sad day when I run out of pink paw degreaser for the head and mane, right? But help is on the way. It'll be here soon. Wow, 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 wow. You did it. She's like, what? What did I do? Well, you got your hair cut. You got your degreaser. And now you're going to get a bath. Good girl. For whatever reason, I haven't heard a sound since I started this live, so it says everything is working. But normally you should be able to text to speech, and then I can hear what you're saying. But I don't hear anything, so I guess it's not working. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, you ready? She's like, for what? Well, we're going to start with washing your boots. Right? There. Just get that done. Good girl. Good girl. Waka waka waka. You're so sweet. You gonna be a lion for Halloween? She's like, yeah. The lion princess. Yeah, bird. Good girl. Good girl. Alright, put that on. Thank you, Dale. Alright, shall we get started? She's like, yeah. Alright, let's see your two front paws. You know your mommy's watching, right? She's like, she is. Yep, she's right in there. Say hi. She's like, Mother, can you see me? Yeah. Yep. She's watching you. Good girl. I'm gonna polish your boots. Meep. Is that a little meep? Was that a little meep? Meep. Meep. Good girl. Where's the, here it is. There we go. Get your boots on nice and fluffy. Good girl. Waka waka. Waka waka. Good girl. Alright, let's rinse off your back boots. Good girl. Are you not comfy? Are you not comfy? She's like, no, not really. Alright, well, you'll be done in like, I don't know, a few minutes. Doesn't take long, sweetie. Doesn't take long at all. Good girl. Waka waka. Wow. Turn you around. Waka waka. You little bo peep. You little bo peep. Yeah, I know. Waka waka. Wow. That back boot. Get that back boot. Are you leaving? She said, I'm trying to. Go very far. You're not gonna go very far. Covered in shampoo. Right? You're covered in shampoo. Too bad the sound's not working. I don't know what's happening. Alright, let's try your face. She said, you're gonna wash my face? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Good girl. She's like, I'm just a little nervous. It's alright, it's just water. Let's give her head up. A little tense. Good girl. Good girl. Mima. Mima. Good girl. Where's my picture? I don't know. There it is. Alright, sorry about that. Other cheeky. Alright. Almost there. Good girl. Waka waka. I know. I know. Alright, so if mommy is watching, if you can hear me, she could certainly benefit from a pre-treatment of CBD oil drops. We recommend Social or Happy Garden, but there are literally probably 100 manufacturers out there. She's very tense, and she's pooed and peed while she was here in the tub, right? Just to give you an idea of her stress levels, right? She's managing to, you know, try to be brave, but she could certainly benefit from that pre-treatment. That pre-treatment is all natural and very, very, no negative side effects, very positive, really great product to work with cats. Like, really great product to work with for a cat like Lima, right? It would certainly benefit her. And so how much do you give her? Well, the best way to find the therapeutic dose of that product for any cat is just to add mg after their weight. So if she weighs 10 pounds, you give her 10 milligrams, right? And you probably want to stay away from the over-the-counter products sold at your local pet store, because it's a cheap, watered-down version of the good stuff found online, right? Just to give you an idea, if you went to Petco and bought their bottle, their entire dropper is 2 milligrams. And for the same price, you could get Happy Garden or Social, and their entire dropper is 20 to 25 milligrams. So it's a much higher quality product, and you get your money's worth, right? And because of her weight, you would just take the dropper and fill it halfway. And it's really that simple. And you can either just put it straight in her mouth 1 hour before grooming, or just get it in a churu and give her a treat with it in the churu. You can do it that way. Good girl. But she would certainly benefit from that, right? Good girl. You did it. You did it. Hold on. Yeah. She's like, I did it? You mean I really did it? Yeah. Good girl. Waka, 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 waka. I know. I know. She's trying to be so brave. She's just a pretty little thing. I know. She's a pretty little thing. I know. She's doing her best. She's a cat, right? Alright, there we go. Gotcha. Good girl. Alright, ready for the towel wrap? Alright, here we go. Towel wrap. Waka waka. Say hey, Ma. Alright. Now. Mm-hmm. 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 Alrighty then, that's Lima. Lima's stress levels are a little bit, she's at level 3. Level 3 means, you know, on a scale of 1 to 6, level 3 means she's not happy. And in her case, you can tell there's some telltale signs of where your cat's stress levels are. And for her, she pooped and peed while she was in the tub. And she's trying her best to be brave, but she could certainly benefit from a pre-treatment of a dropper, half a dropper of either Social or Happy Garden are the 2 companies we have been recommending. But there's literally over 100 manufacturers, right? How do you find a therapeutic dose for your cat? You just add an mg after their weight. And then you figure out how much is in the dropper. Droppers are just much easier to work with for a pre-treatment for a grooming appointment. But you can also get the cookies. You can use that product in a whole bunch of different ways. One is to crush the cookies up, get that into your cat's kibble and make hemp-infused kibble. That works like a charm for when you're going away on vacation. It'll help with your cat's stress levels. If you've recently brought a new cat into your home and everyone's not getting along, the last thing you want to do is create territorial lines and separate cats and keep certain cats in certain parts of the house. Do not establish territorial lines, people. Just don't do it, right? And I just got feedback today of a woman who had 2 rescue cats in her house. They used to have to be separated. I talked to her about making her own hemp-infused kibble. She tried it. It took about a week. You know, you start noticing the changes after about a week or so, right? She noticed the changes after a week of making her own hemp-infused kibble, which is taking a canister of CBD cookies, crushing them up and mixing them with her cat kibble, right? She did the math, right? You have to know what the math is. How many cookies per cat, per how much they eat per dry food per day, right? And then after a week, those 2 same cats who used to go at it with each other all the time were now getting along. They weren't causing any problems with each other, and they weren't playing with each other, but they were living a peaceful life in the same house where they didn't have to be separated, right? Now, what she told me was after the kibble, the hemp-infused kibble ran out, after about 3 days, her cats were at it again, right? So it wasn't long enough to establish any kind of behavioral modification with the 2 cats, but it was very clear to her how successful that hemp-infused kibble was working for her 2 cats. So she's making a whole new batch. She's getting the cats on it right away, and she's probably going to do that for the next, I don't know, 6 months maybe, and hope that that alone might help to behaviorally modify the 2 cats and get them used to learning how to live with each other, right? So, and that's another way you can use the hemp-infused kibble. I give it about a year before that product actually comes out on the market and you can actually purchase it. But until it comes out, you can just make it yourself. You just buy a canister of cookies, do the math, find out how much is in each cookie, how much is recommended per cat, and then crush that up and give that in with the kibble, right? Find out how much do they eat per day. If it's 2 cats, and between the 2 cats they eat a half a cup a day, then let's say Happy Garden recommends 10 cookies a day per cat, then you would add 20 cookies per half a cup of kibble for those 2 cats, if your 2 cats only eat half a cup a day, right? So that's the math. So there she is. As good as she was, she could certainly benefit from a pre-treatment of CBD. It's perfect for the level 3 cat, which is what she is. 3 means your cat is miserable, not happy, right? girl. Good girl. Alright, we'll give her about 5 more minutes and then we'll take her out. We'll do a quick final finish and then she'll be all done. Waka waka. Okay. Alright, you ready to come out? She's like, I've been ready. Alright, I've been playing with a whole line of clippers made by Fuzzy Fix. And I tried to do the reverse lion with this clipper. Nothing even comes close to the blue wave that they offer. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it comes in yellow, blue, and purple, I think. This is by far the best reverse shave clipper I've ever come across, right? This one not so much, right? I wasn't quite happy with it, right? So, anyway, this one, absolutely, forward or backwards, is just divine, right? So, here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, you did it. You did it. You did it. Come on. Out, 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 out. Out, 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 out. Good girl. She's like, I did it? I truly did it? Yes, you did. There she is. Alright, let's get that going. Our final finishing, we'll put that on. You did it. Good girl. Okay, let's see what your nail looks like. Let me see. It's all nice and clean and fluffy. Yeah. line cut can be a little tricky if you don't have the right clipper or if you don't have the right blade, right? So, you know that millions and millions and millions of cats get the line cut every year? Yeah, as recommended by veterinarians. As a matter of fact, veterinarians will do it in their facility as well. They do the line cut all the time. Yeah, so I guess unless it's a veterinarian doing it, even though they're like the worst groomer on the planet because they never even went to school for grooming, so you're not even going to get a bath with that cat's grooming. And 7 out of 10 times they're actually going to fully sedate your animal. So, hey BJ, hey BBJ, how are you? I didn't even, for whatever reason, the sound is not working, and I'm not sure why. So, sorry. How long have you been on, BBJ? I didn't even see you. Yeah. So unless a vet's doing it, yeah, the alternative. The vet's doing it, and they're fully sedating the animal. But that's fine. Yeah, yeah, anesthesia, full sedation. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that at all. Right? So, whatever. Whatever. I love this light. You see all down in the shadows here. Really cool. Love it, love it, love it. I feel spoiled having a light on my clipper. I feel a little spoiled. Yeah, this is taking a little bit longer than it should because I'm messing with this clipper, trying to do a reverse line, and it's just not what I want. It's not the same as the blue wave, right? So anyway, she's almost there. Banana be jamming. How you been? How you been? 10 minutes ago? Yeah. Yeah. Do you know how many millions of cats get a line cut every year? So why don't you go talk to those owners, right? You can get back to me, right? Obviously, there's a reason why they're getting it done, right? Yeah, there's usually a really good reason why they're getting it done. Again, if you're going to do a reverse line, a little tricky. You don't have the right clipper and the right blade, so waka 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 waka. Waka 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 waka. We did it. Wee. Alright, done. Say goodbye to your peeps. And in case I didn't introduce you, this is Lima, BBJ. Lima, meet BBJ, aka Banana Be Jammin'. Yeah, she's one of our friends. Right? Good girl. Alright, that's all she wrote, folks. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back in a little bit. Actually, it's time for us to go live on TikTok, so we'll be going live with our next grooming, which is a full, I believe, velvet tiger cut she wants. So we'll be doing a new client getting a full velvet tiger cut for anyone who's interested in watching. So, so before we get a chance to go, we're just going to do a cleanup in aisle 2. Yeah. A little bit of cleanup in aisle 2, and then we're good to go. Oh. Hey, Banana, if you're going to be hopping on this channel, I need to figure out how to make you a moderator. Anyway, say goodbye. We already called the owner who's been watching the whole entire time, right? So this live service, it's not for you dipshits. It's not for your whatever. This is so that the owner themselves can watch their cat being groomed, right? Full transparency. And then we can work with that cat's stress levels, and so the owner can see for themselves where their cat's stress levels are. So when I make a recommendation of what's happening with the cat, they have visually seen exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Without the owner's ability to see what it is I'm talking about, they really have no idea what the cat is experiencing, right? So this is why we go live, right? It's not for you dipshits, okay? So, and you did come on to a YouTube channel that says cat grooming. I'm not sure what you expected to see other than cats being groomed. So fuck off. It's that simple. Just fuck off. Right? Thanks. See you, BBJ. We'll see you in a little bit.